Reality is that there is no silver bullet. There is not any one special pill that we can take as a world or a society that makes poverty go away.
Where we live in a country like this, there shouldn't be 300 families homeless on any given day. That should not be.
When you talk about, who's really struggling financially, it's you don't have to look very far. In most cases, it's your neighbor.
One of the largest illusions in our sort of current society is that there are enough hours for everybody to work, and that's pretty much an illusion. There aren't enough hours for everybody to work 40 hours a week, for every household to have 80 hours per week worked, 80 or 100.
When I was a child, my mom would sit me down, and my dad was paralyzed, and she'd say, we got X number of dollars for the month and we have to make it last. And she'd go through everything that had to be paid, and so I grew up being money-wise.
I think the average person in their heart of hearts knows that living in poverty is a struggle, but they don't understand the why of that. And it's very easy to develop stereotypes and think that people in poverty are lazy and they don't try. And until we begin to even step into their shoes, we don't really understand.
Well, I think, there certainly are a lot of myths about poverty that people have attached to their definition of that over the years. And I think probably first and foremost it's that association that people are in poverty because they don't work hard enough, or they don't care, or they would rather simply be subsidized by the government in some way rather than being productive members of society. It's simply not true.
We all need help, whether we're low income or not, to do things. I don't think there's anything that anyone does that we do by ourselves without help from someone.
It's not a pleasant existence to live in poverty. It's extremely uncomfortable, and it's very difficult and challenging to live your life that way and to see your children and your neighbors and your family members struggle with just basic everyday things.
Well, how the PRI best serves our community is also how it's unique in its nature to not provide service, but to help all those other nonprofits that do provide service.
The way in which we were founded was such a unique collaboration of city leaders, from all different departments around the city of Kalamazoo.
Nonprofits have played a greater role in the public sector. They're being relied upon more and more for public service, for human service delivery by the state government, by the federal government, and the PRI really is unique because it takes that new context of nonprofits into account. And the reason it's unique as a nonprofit is because it seeks to support other nonprofits, to really help them collaborate as they are relied on greater by our communities.
My name is Sherry Thomas Cloud. I'm the director for the Department of Human Services in Kalamazoo County. And beyond being critical to the work that I do, I was a child that was raised in a low-income family. I have people that are still low income, so it's beyond the job. It really is something that I'm passionate about and want to do what I can to assist people out of poverty.
My name is Reverend Milton Wells. I serve on the Poverty Reduction Initiatives Board as the Vice Chair. I represent Open Door Ministries, Church of God in Christ. Regardless to what happens in the community, we need to look at and address the issues surrounding poverty. What are some of the causes? What can we do to relieve some of that? So there are a number of things that we do together, but again, all of it really surrounds poverty, and whether we're looking at it for youth, whether we're looking at it teens, or whether we're looking at it around strengthening the family. So yes, in that line, we're constantly partnering, we're constantly looking into the community for things we can do.